morning everyone. Myself Professor Sudke SS of SND COE and Research Center Evla, working as Assistant Professor at Electrical Department. In previous lecture, we see the topic of the subject, that is elective subject of electric and hybrid electric vehicles. The topic was ultra capacitors, energy storage systems and its analysis. Of the unit number 2, which is energy storage systems. Now in this lecture we will see the two topics, which are ultra capacitor based energy storage systems, its scope of improvement, future scope and its conclusion. And next topic is that solar cell based energy storage and its analysis in detail. First of all, we continue the last or previous lecture topic of ultra capacitor as a energy storage systems. In this topic, we will start this lecture from the topic of scope of improvement for the ultra capacitors as a energy storage systems in our day-to-day life. The advanced ultra capacitor can be effectively used in all the applications where existing ultra capacitors are already used or are planned to be used. That means the advanced ultra capacitors are designed and effectively used in all the sectors of its applications where it is required, that is in industrial, then commercial, then in residential or domestic purposes, then for the agricultural use, then in the electric and hybrid electric vehicle energy storage systems, where the existing ultra capacitors are already used or planned to be used for their comfortness or use of consumers or for the application purpose for the consumers. Then the advanced capacitors are especially effective for systems where relatively high voltage and high stored energy are necessary. That is, it means that the advanced ultra capacitors are specially designed capacitors which are relatively used for the or generally used for the high voltages and high energy stored capacity or where it is necessary. Then particularly these are various transportation systems, recuperation of the brake energy, then start of diesel aggregate, then stop start cycles, then on-board electric equipment. That is, these are some applications of advanced ultra capacitors which are used in various sectors. These are in transportation systems, that is recuperation of the brake energy, then start of diesel aggregate engines, then stop and start cycles of the charging and discharging in the ultra capacitors, then on-board electric equipments or in devices. Then also these equipments are also useful in forklift and crane systems, which are the big systems designed for the various load lifting requirements in our day-to-day life. Then applications to complement batteries or replace batteries. The next application or scope of improvement of the ultra capacitor is that the applications of the ultra capacitors in the complement of batteries or replacement of batteries in various areas. Then also these are various uninterruptible power supplies, that is UPS. Then ultra capacitors are also having the scope in the area of uninterruptible power supply, that is UPS system, where it is required. Then the solutions in case short grid power disturbances like short switch offs and instability of the voltage and frequency happen in telecommunications, data centers, hospitals, industrial buildings, broadcast systems, any remote installations. That is, the ultra capacitor thus having also the scopes or providing the solutions in case of short grid power disturbances like short switch offs, instability of the voltage and frequency, which will be happen or which is generally happen in the area of telecommunications, in data centers, in hospitals, then in the industrial buildings, broadcast systems, and any remote installations. Then the principal effect expected from advanced ultra capacitors is in their green nature. This is the another scope of improvement or application of the ultra capacitor, that is its principal or main effect expected from the advanced ultra capacitor is that its green nature, that is eco-friendly nature with the human being and environment. That is, it cannot give any pollution to the human being or the environment or damage to the livelihoods things or the environment. Therefore, the ultra capacitors is the very useful or giving the scope of improvement in the overall area of the human beings and environment, where it is very useful in our day-to-day life. Then these are also various backup power supply systems used in the event of long grid power disturbances or outages. The same examples as for the UPS systems, plus switching on emergency equipment like lighting, diesels for feeding of emergency valves, ventilation and cooling systems. Then this is the another area of the ultra capacitor, or scope is increased in this area for the ultra capacitors. That is the backup power supply systems used in the event of long grid power disturbances or outages. The same examples as for the UPS systems, plus switching on emergency equipment like lighting, diesels for feeding of emergency valves, then ventilation and cooling systems, where the ultra capacitors having very much scope or use in that area or sectors. Then another principal effect is in ability of developing high voltage storage systems for specific applications in electric grids and power stations. The ultra capacitors is also having the principal effect in the area of developing high voltage storage systems for specific applications in electric grids and power stations, where the backup power or power delivery or emergency power is required to the consumers or the customers of the electricity. Then another principal effect is in the higher accumulated energy, giving rise also to a smaller weight and dimensions for application in transportation systems. That is, the ultra capacitors also having the very much scope in the area of higher accumulated energy, where the energy is to be used quickly in the household applications or in the outside applications than the home, which giving rise to a smaller weight and dimensions for application in transportation systems also, that is in electric and hybrid electric vehicles. This proves that the ultra capacitor is the technology or energy storage system which can be useful in our electric and hybrid electric vehicles, that is transportation systems, as well as in the various sectors like industrial, commercial, then agricultural, then residential and our household applications. Then the next point is that future of ultra capacitors. The ultra capacitor is emerging as a key enabling technology. That is, it can be useful in the day-to-day life as well as in the future as a main energy storage devices. For the use in fuel efficient transport as well as in renewable energy. That is, the ultra capacitor is the emerging or key technology in the area of fuel efficient transportation in electric and hybrid electric vehicles as well as in renewable energy use, that is in solar panels or wind turbines or other renewable energy resources applications. Then the future of ultra capacitors takes in-depth look at the drivers and challenges shaping the future of the market. That is, the ultra capacitors having the future in depth look at the drivers and challenges shaping the future of the market. That is, ultra capacitors are useful in transportation, driving industries, as well as it also having the future in the market, as the electric and hybrid electric vehicle technology will be emerging technology in the future. Then it also outlines the latest technology and material developments in this sector. The ultra capacitors outlines the latest technology and material developments in the electric and hybrid electric vehicle sector. The NEU, that is nanotube enhanced ultra caps, can have a 3 times greater energy density as common acid batteries. That is, this proves that the NEU, that is its nanotube enhanced ultra capacitors or caps, can have a 3 times more energy density than our common acid batteries. Therefore, it can be useful in future applications of the ultra capacitors, or where it is useful in various sectors. Then when working at low voltages, the anyone can last as long as a century. That is, when ultra capacitors when works at low voltages, then it can be useful for further century also, or more than that time period. Then it need to develop low voltage, high efficiency electronics and very high efficient electric motors. That means that the ultra capacitors need to develop low voltage, high efficiency electronics and very high efficient electric motors also. Since various electric machines, that is electric generators, alternators and electric motors required to start the electric generators, alternators and motors, and it requires the large starting current and starting torque. Therefore, the requirement of in this area is that the ultra capacitor or capacitor bank, they are connected at their starting position or location. In general, in our various electrical machines, that is in electric motors, for the starting purpose it requires a high amount of starting current and starting torque. Therefore, for starting that electric motors softly, we require the capacitor bank or one capacitor block there to start the electric motors sophisticatedly. Then the conclusion of the ultra capacitor as a energy storage devices. The ultra capacitors are actually available with energy densities around 5 watt hour per kg. Still relatively low densities with a high cost. Then it is expected that in the future their energy density will reach up to 30 watt hour per kg. That means that nowadays we use the ultra capacitors of the range of 5 watt hour per kg, and in the future its capacity will be increases up to 30 watt hour per kg of energy density. Then this leads us to consider supercapacitors as an interesting option in a near future when problems of high cost and low energy density are solved. It means that this leads us to consider supercapacitor as an interesting option in a near future when we face the problem of high cost and low energy density will be solved in the future. Then nowadays ultra capacitor would be a solution to a system that injects power for 1 hour, but they would not be a solution to a system that injects power for 1 day. That is, this is the conclusion that nowadays ultra capacitor can be feed the power to the system for up to 1 hour, but not up to the whole day of the system in any sector of the area where it is used. Then the last conclusion is that the fact that they don't store high quantities of energy and that they need a high number of modules increases the cost a lot. That is, the ultra capacitor energy storage system or its design, manufacturing process is not stored the large amount of energy or power which will be required for working the whole industries or our residential area, but it need a high number of modules which increases the cost of the high ultra capacitor energy storage system. That is, overall cost of the ultra capacitor energy storage system is increases due to its various devices, but it not provide that much energy to the whole day to our industrial area as well as in our residential area. These are some conclusions of the ultra capacitor used as a energy storage devices. Then the next energy storage devices are the solar cell based energy storage system. For the better understanding of the solar cell as an energy storage device, we see the some question and answer session. First one is, what are the different types of solar batteries? The batteries used in residential energy storage are typically made with one of the following chemical compositions. These are lead acid or lithium ion. The lithium ion batteries are often considered to be the best option for a solar panel system, though other battery types can be more affordable. That is, the lithium ion batteries are the best option for the solar panel system in our day-to-day life. Then next one is lead acid batteries have a relatively short life and lower depth of discharge, that is DOD, than other battery types, and they are also one of the least expensive options currently on the market. For homeowners who want to go off the grid and need to install a lot of energy storage, lead acid can be a good option. That is, this type of batteries, that is lead acid or lithium ion batteries, are the best options for the solar panel system because it are affordable to the consumers. Then lithium ion batteries are lighter and more compact than lead acid batteries. They also have a higher DOD, that is depth of discharge, and longer lifespan when compared to lead acid batteries. However, lithium ion batteries are more expensive than their lead acid counterparts. That is, this part proves that the lithium ion batteries are the more expensive than the lead acid batteries for the consumer's purpose. Then second question is that what is the lifespan of solar batteries? The general range for a solar battery's lifespan is between 5 and 15 years. However, proper maintenance can also have a major effect on your solar battery's lifespan. The solar batteries are significantly impacted by temperature, so protecting your battery from extreme temperatures can increase its lifespan. That is, when we protect our battery from the temperature or high heat or humidity, then its lifespan will be increased. Then depth of discharge, which is nothing but the DOD, indicates the percentage of the battery that has been discharged relative to the overall capacity of the battery. For example, if you have a Tesla Powerwall that holds 13.5 kilowatt hours kWh of electricity and you discharge 13 kWh, the depth of discharge DOD is approximately 96%. The more frequently a battery is charged and discharged, the shorter its lifespan will be. That means the more frequently will be the battery charge and discharge, then its lifespan will be decreased. Then many battery manufacturers specify a maximum recommended depth of discharge, that is DOD, for optimal performance of the batteries or the solar batteries. Then next one is Tesla Powerwall and battery storage. The Tesla Powerwall is a solar storage battery that allows you to maintain a sustained power supply day or night. On a typical day, Powerwall will meet all of your home's energy needs. A self-powered home combines solar energy and Powerwall to independently power. The Powerwall integrates with your solar system to store excess energy produced during the day and makes it available only when you need it. Not only is the Powerwall weatherproof, but it is also a completely automated system that requires no maintenance. That is, the Tesla Powerwall and battery storage it not requires any maintenance during its use. It is one of the advantage or best advantage of the Tesla Powerwall and battery storage to the consumers as well as to the industry. Then best of all, the Powerwall can detect power outages, disconnect from the grid and automatically become your home's main energy source. The Powerwall is then able to offer your home seamless backup power in a fraction of a second. Your lights and appliances will continue to run without interruption. Without Powerwall, solar will shut down during an outage. That is, Powerwall is the key component which can detect the outages which will be occurred in the grid and consumers equipment. Through the Tesla applications, you will have full visibility into your self-powered home. Then next one is, how can Sunation help? As you consider your storage plus solar options, you are likely to come across a lot of complicated product specifications. The most important ones to use during your evaluation are the battery's capacity and power ratings. DOD, round trip efficiency, warranty and manufacturer. At Sunation Solar Systems, our team of solar panel experts can help you choose the best system for your home or business. Then you can call us today at 631 405 4071 or contact us online for more information on battery storage systems. For taking the more or better understanding and more information about this topic. Then, working of solar cell energy storage system. Providing resilience, solar and storage can provide backup power during an electrical disruption. They can keep critical facilities operating to ensure continuous essential services like communications. Solar and storage can also be used for microgrids and smaller scale applications like mobile or portable power units. Then next question is that, how does a solar energy storage system work? A solar energy storage system consists of four main parts. These are: solar panels provide electricity to the system with sufficient sunlight. Solar charge controllers which manages the power going into the batteries and prevents reverse current which would drain the batteries when the sun is not shining. Then next question is that, what is the working principle of solar cell? The working principle of solar cell is, when light reaches the PN junction, the light photons can easily enter in the junction through very thin p-type layer. The light energy in the form of photons supplies sufficient energy to the junction to create a number of electron-hole pairs. Then next point is that advantages and disadvantages of solar cell energy storage system. First one is advantages of this system. The advantages of the solar cells include the following. It is a renewable energy source. The solar cell energy storage system is one of the best renewable energy source available to the human being and environment. By using this, electricity bills can be reduced. The maintenance cost is also less for the solar cell energy storage system. Then it is simple to operate. Then it does not generate noise and emissions. Thus, it does not use water or fuel to generate electricity. That is, it is the cleanest source of electricity to the consumers as well as to the green environment. The lifespan of these cells is around up to 30 years. That is, lifespan is also very much high or good for the solar cell. It needs less maintenance. The another best advantage is that the solar cell energy storage system needs very less maintenance throughout its lifespan. Then next one is disadvantages of solar energy. The disadvantages of the solar cells include the following. It depends on the weather. The solar energy, it depends on the sun rays or sunation or the weather conditions whenever the solar energy is available. Then storage of solar energy is expensive than the other forms of energy storage. Then it occupies more space. The solar panels or arrays or modules and solar cells of large capacity occupies the more space than the other energy storage devices. These are some disadvantages of the solar energy storage systems. Then applications of solar cell energy storage systems. Some of the major applications of solar energy are as follows. First one is solar water heating. Second one is solar heating of buildings. Third one is solar distillation. Fourth one is solar pumping. Fifth one is solar drying of agricultural and animal products. Sixth one is solar furnaces, which will be used in mines as well as for human applications or heating purposes or purifying purposes. Then seventh one is solar cooking. The solar cookers are used for the cooking of the food. Then eighth one is solar electric power generation. The solar panels can be useful for generating the powers for the various sectors. Ninth one is solar thermal power production. The solar cells or solar cell energy storage system can be useful in solar thermal power production area also. Then 10th one is solar greenhouses. This system is also useful in solar greenhouses. Then the applications of the solar cells include the following. The solar cells can be useful in the area of electric fences, then remote lighting systems, then water treatment, that is cooling or heating of the water by using the solar panels. Then water pumping in agricultural or domestic or industrial purpose, or in some cases it is also useful in the commercial sector also. Then emergency powers, then in satellites, then in power supplies which are portable. These are some applications where the solar cells can be useful in our day-to-day life. Thank you. Thank you very much to all students.